Hey guys, welcome back to What's Up With That. And as promised, here's part 2 of our discussion. Ultimately, right, with the Jantan Collective, with this show, What's Up With That, we want to make a difference in
Mm,
men's lives. You know what I mean? And we want to
yeah,
make them better versions of themselves.
right,
How should men, before they even come and see you, like
right,
Renuka, how should men approach personal branding? Maybe
right.
mentally, you know what I mean?
I think you need to be open to the fact that you need help. I think that's the biggest.
Realize you have a problem before you can even solve it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You just need to realize that you have a problem that you might not have the answer to.
Hmm.
And I guess for a lot of men that think that I just whatever that's nice on the mannequin, I'll probably look good in it. Like let's stop living in that fantasy. Like let's come back and accept the fact that you need help in things like that. I think that's step number one for sure.
Right.
And also not downplaying personal brand to guys. I think personal brand image, things like that always get associated to the female part of things.
Right.
So that's why when a lot of guys that come to me, right, with personal brand, they always tell me like, oh, I thought you were going to just look at my online brand. I say like, yeah, but your online brand has your picture in it, right? So we still need to talk about like how you look.
When it comes to this, approaching personal branding,
Mm.
what is it that women have mentally that has an edge over guys when it
Mm.
comes to wanting to change their personal brand?
I would like to say it's probably like vanity, maybe,
Right.
where I think women are just generally more conscious about how they look.
Okay.
I think that's really where it starts from. At least in my side, what I see with my clients, that's really what I feel about the whole thing. Of course, you do get some difficult women as well, no doubt, right?
Hmm.
But I think men come from the feeling of like, how would people see me if I engage this lady to come and help me?
Right.
Yeah, so it's that fear.
So it's a stigma.
I think so. Definitely
Okay.
it is. Yeah. Like I had one client, right? I just share this really like weird story.
Well, I
Um,
love your stories. All right, go.
so we were shopping in Mid Valley and he bumps into his colleague.
Hmm.
Was it a colleague or friend? I can't remember what it was. And he didn't introduce me as the consultant or what he was doing here because it was obvious what I was doing, right?
Right.
And I think he just said, "This is my friend." And to me,
Okay.
I feel like, okay, so I'm a married woman. I think you're married. I know you're married too. Like, imagine if you said I'm your friend. I'm here looking at how you dress. I'm holding your shirt. I'm like seeing, okay, does this fit well and all that, right? I mean, I wished you just said I was a consultant, rather
Yeah,
than that.
because it makes you sound like the keepy.
I know. I'm like the side piece, like
I know.
I'm like,
Oh my god.
okay. Yeah. So is that feeling? But whereas for women, it's very different. I mean, when they see it, it's like, oh yeah, I'm going shopping with my consultant. She's doing this for me and all that. Yeah, and they get
Okay.
very excited about it.
So
The
men need to
feeling,
be more open to the
yeah,
fact that forget the stigmas. We
yeah,
know we need change. We know we need help. We need to improve. So go with it, right?
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Now for men,
Mm,
and again, I'm so sorry for all these men who out there who struggle with this, who say we don't need help. We do need help. So for those who do need help,
right.
what's the most important question to ask when it comes to personal branding?
Okay. I think it's about the fact that what do you want to achieve from this whole personal branding journey?
Because women already know what they want to achieve, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So, what do you really want to achieve? What's your objective? Because the objective will also help you to decide which personal branding consultant to go with.
Right.
Yeah, because
Obviously you,
oh,
right?
yeah,
The
but
best. That's why
I
we
guess
speak to you, Renuka, right? Yeah, exactly.
yeah, but I think like example, if let's say your an intention is you look good already and you purely just want it from a communication standpoint.
Hmm.
Perhaps someone who coaches on public speaking could be the solution for you already. You don't have to go through the whole works of it. Example,
Right.
yeah, or some people who just want to like improve their personal brand online. Well, there's a lot of people teaching, online branding as well, right? So it
Okay.
depends.
Yeah, I've seen a lot. I- Dude, seriously, online,
Yeah,
just Google personal branding. There's like so many all over the world. It's like
yeah,
for
there is
different,
a lot.
and again, it depends on the niche, like
Yeah,
some are, a lot of them do celebrity kind of stuff. A lot of them are like influencers. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you mean.
That's a
I
thing
don't know
right
how
now, right?
you define yourself as an influencer, but I don't want to question that, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
just one
I
of
think that
those.
that helps because choosing the right personal branding consultant is also important. It's like an interview process, right? You need to see what's this person's background. That's very important. I'm not talking about the titles, I'm talking about like where this person is from.
Mm.
If you're someone in corporate and this person is from corporate before that, they will get you.
Right, right. I see. I see.
Yeah,
Okay. So when you had that little interview or a chat or it's like a date. You
yeah,
really wanna hit it off,
yeah,
and then you want to start off on the right foot, and then you work towards something to a mutual goal in a way, right?
exactly, yeah.
All right. So, and a lot of what we're doing today stems from I'm struggling with my personal brand, to be very, very honest with you. But if you were to help me out,
Right.
and I'm seriously thinking of hiring you to do this for me, all right?
Oh,
But
okay.
what tips could you give me right now, just right now,
Right.
about personal branding? How I can, I don't know, fix things, fix
Okay.
how people perceive me. Like, yeah,
All right. So the first question I would probably ask you is that, knowing that you're involved in so many things, that you've tried so many different things, the question you have to ask yourself is why? Why though? Why did you put yourself through all of these experiences? What did you want to achieve from the whole thing, right?
right,
What do you want to bring to this world? Because out of like all of these things, it sounds more of like startup entertainment, and then NGO, right?
yeah,
Was there a path that was deliberately done that way, that you wanted to have a certain level of fame perhaps to help an NGO? Was that the reason?
yes.
Right, so if that's the reason, then that helps you to kind of understand, okay, this is your flow into the end. Your end goal is actually, well, by the way, what's your NGO's cause?
Environmentalism, uh
Environmentalism,
mainly sustainability, and there's a lot of all kinds of environmental work actually.
right? So what do you want to achieve from this whole NGO thing?
Awareness really, because
Awareness,
there's a lot of it connected to production that we're making a documentary, and
right?
also I suppose actually doing something like planting more trees and reducing
Okay,
plastics and stuff like that.
so awareness to who needs to really see this?
General public.
General public, is there a
Mm.
specific demographic that you feel maybe it's the future generation, the Gen Zs, the millennials?
um I never thought about it actually, to
Yeah,
be honest with
so
you.
that helps you to kind of carve exactly how you want to position yourself right now, even in your radio job. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah, because if, let's say, example, awareness for the general public, that's fine, but who is probably more woke to be okay with this cause? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I would say probably the younger generation,
The
right?
younger, but I'm an older dude though. That's another issue. So I'm
Oh,
probably not
okay.
gonna show up on any of the things I'm gonna be producing, right? So
Right,
I'm
right.
getting all these younger, cooler people, right? But
Yeah. But
you're right. You're
there
right.
needs to be a resignation to it as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
is probably a good starting point. Like, okay, if my end goal is to really have some sort of visibility to help my NGO,
Mm.
then actually you're in the right path. So there isn't any, like, I would say, this disconnect of like what you've been doing throughout. The disconnect is sometimes I hear some people where they are all over the place, and it was really the process of them finding themselves. That's why they're everywhere, right?
Yep.
For yours, right? I would say subconsciously it was done deliberately in that sort of form, where,
Unconsciously, deliberately.
yeah,
I
unconsciously
like that.
deliberately. Yeah. So it was done in such a form where it really does help your end goal right now.
Yeah.
But I think in the end, right, just looking at the NGO, who needs to see this?
Mm.
Urban, suburban, who exactly? Because the your messaging, right, your brand will be very different depending on, yeah, who you're talking to.
Wow. Just this conversation is starting to make me go. Actually, you know what? Who am I selling this to? Because
Yeah,
before that, I was like, come on, Nat Geo, show my documentary, right? But then who's really gonna watch this shit, right? So
yeah.
that's another thing that, yeah,
Because if
okay,
you look at like Netflix documentaries right now, there's
yeah,
so many, right? I mean, the recent one, which is Seaspiracy, right, which was quite,
yeah,
right.
yeah,
But is everyone watching that? No, not really.
no.
Yeah. So, and
But everyone's talking about it, but not everybody's watched it,
exactly,
right? Yeah,
yeah. And then you have like different documentaries like, Jeffrey Epstein, right? Filthy
Yeah.
Rich.
Yeah.
Who's watching that, right? So there's a different market for different things actually.
Yeah. I'm
Right?
definitely giving you a call. We need to work on this.
Yeah.
And I guess the next question will be, how much does something like this cost? Is it expensive?
Oh, um, I think it's not okay, but that's what I think lah. I guess, I would say my range of price is around 3 to 4 thousand for the
Okay.
entire thing. And I suppose why I always sell this to clients is that it is like a lawatan sambil belajar also, because as you're going through the whole thing, you're also discovering yourself.
Right.
And when we're going shopping, example, in that aspect, right, you're also discovering why these things are all this while didn't suit you. Hairstyle, like even like grooming, things like that.
You know
Yeah.
what? We touched on this a bit earlier as well. There are so many coaches. There's so many websites on personal branding out there.
Yeah.
When you just type it, you just Google it, it just floods you, right? So what should you
Yeah.
look out for in the most ideal personal branding coach for you?
Okay, I think perhaps maybe like a few aspects. Number one is you want to look at um, where this person is from, where
Mm,
did they come from? Because example, right, some personal branding coaches could be fresh grads, for some reason they're very young,
okay.
or some could be from industries that perhaps do not resonate to you.
Right.
Yeah, so you want to look for someone that's perhaps very similar. The journey is a bit similar. They feel you, they understand how to help you there.
They've been there before in a way, is it?
Yeah, because you don't want someone to immediately change you into something you're not. Like I had a friend of mine who was, again, no disrespect to this person. She is a very senior person in our industry. But the thing is, right, because there's a disconnect in terms of background.
Hmm.
So my friend did that, like I remember it was a few many years ago, and she said, right, they even had like like they had like a makeover review session, like how do I look Asia, so they had like a tea party, there was a few ladies there, and it's like the before picture on the projector slide and after that open up like that, right?
Right.
And my friend was like, I was so embarrassed to walk out because I totally felt so uncomfortable in the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah, so you have people like, so that's why understanding the consultant's background is so important. And of course for me, I feel like understanding their past work, right, testimonials, recommendations, yeah, all these things. So I'm really active on LinkedIn, and I always tell my clients, right, like, okay, after our call, I'll be like, feel free to go and have a look at my recommendation site, like, then you'll have a understanding like who I have served before, who are some of the prominent people that I have actually worked with, who were kind enough to give me a note, yeah,
Nice. Okay, now we've been talking about personal branding, whatnot, right?
yeah,
But also, this show is about trying to find out answers for us jantans, right?
right.
So, how can we
Mm-hmm.
build ourselves to be better, well, jantans? Is there anything that we should be working on besides looking good without sounding good? But what else can we work on?
I think definitely putting yourselves in the shoes of women more. I
Oh, that's
think that's a
very
very
good. Yeah.
different thing, right?
Yeah.
And understanding that, the processes of things that we go through.
Hmm.
Just now as I was driving home, from work, I was listening to Trevor Noah. I really like him very much. I think he's
Oh,
fantastic.
the guy who sounds like me,
Oh yeah.
not the other way around. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I love his daily shows, and he was like really talking about the fact that, statistics shows that 1 in 3 women have actually encountered sexual harassment in their lifetime, right? And then the death rate of women killed by men is like, multiplying every hour, And so for women, when we go out, on the streets, right, it's already a hazard for us, right?
Hmm.
And even for me, I mean, like there was this partial joke that I told my friends 2 weeks ago, like from the waist up, I don't look pregnant at all, right? So I still do get hit on, And then when I stand up, they're like, "Oh my god, so sorry," and stuff like that. And I just wonder to myself, like, why does it take a tummy to make you not disturb me? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So I just feel like,
But there's a difference between hitting on a woman and
yeah,
harassing a woman, though, right?
right. But then the line is very blurred, I feel,
Mm-mm.
because sometimes your intentions could be that you just want to compliment them, right? You just want to say something nice. But because we don't know you, so we immediately, it's a flight or fight action. We always think the worst case scenario, right? Like, oh my God, he's going to follow me after this. Yeah.
Right.
So I just think that
Okay.
was something that Yeah.
Okay,
Very
put
difficult.
ourselves in women's shoes.
Yeah.
And on behalf of all men who have harassed or said the wrong things to women, men are scum sometimes, So we're so sorry. Sometimes we don't think about
Don't
what we're
think, right?
saying, and then some of the times, most times, right? A lot of guys. Sometimes I hear them talking to women, and most of the time these guys are single, but some of them are married, and I'm like, how
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 did
can
that
you
happen,
say
right?
that, right?
Yeah.
And then it's so inappropriate. I'm like, dude, you do realize that it's very inappropriate what you just said, right? What's
Yeah.
wrong with? What's wrong? Nothing wrong with. And I'm like,
It's just a joke.
yeah, exactly. It's just a
Uh-huh.
joke. But if you put yourselves in the ladies' shoes, in the women's shoes,
Yeah.
then you see what it feels like. Yeah.
Exactly.
Any final piece of advice to not just me,
Okay.
because it's all about me today, right? But any advice for everyone watching
Right.
this, man, woman, about what they can do about their own personal branding.
Right. Okay. Maybe I would want everyone to approach this in a less sort of like serious point of view. Think of this as your it's a pampering to you know. It's a program that helps you to discover yourself. It's a me time. You're being treated like a like you're put on a pedestal. I help you to understand every single part of it, right? So it becomes easy for you from then onwards.
Right.
Well, I always tell my clients or like maybe people who ask me about it, it's like I always feel that everyone should do this somewhere in their entire life. Like you have to do it at least once, yeah, and experience it because it's very different.
Yeah. Show the world the best version of you, right?
Yeah, and you get very excited about it. I mean, like men, of course, like I told you, like layers of peeling off. After that, right, some guys when it comes to their shopping session, they'll be like, "Oh my god!" Like I just got a message tomorrow. I have a client in the morning, and she told me that oh my god, I'm so excited about it. I can't sleep. I'm really
Right.
wondering.
Do
Yeah.
any guys go, no lah, I don't want initially in the phone call. And after that, when you actually go, oh my God, let's go check out this one. Let's go see this
Oh my
one.
god, there is a lot. Some of them tell me like, "Huh, need to go for shopping ah? No need lah. You just tell me what to wear lah, like that.
Right, right,
We like I think it'd be easy if you look really like fit, but we're not dealing with that right now. So I really need you to be here.
right.
Yeah.
This is brilliant.
Yeah.
So, uh, I'm going to be calling you.
Okay. All
We're going to
right.
be going shopping.
Oh,
And then we're
nice.
going to try to figure out this muddle of what it is, right, that I have right now, because there's so many things I'm working on, and
Okay.
I don't even know which one is which is on the top of the list, because
Right.
everything is just important. But Renuka, always fun to have a chat with you.
Oh,
And
my
you know
pleasure.
what?
Yeah.
At least we got to have. I think we talked for like an hour plus, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right,
That's
and it's always great. But the best part is the last time, which was on my other job, we had to like edit down because we only have so much time, right? This is great. We got to do this more often, man.
Of course, for sure. Yeah, I'll be here anytime. I mean, except when I'm like pushing a baby out, I guess.
Oh, holy cow! Yeah, that's in August, right? We got to
Yeah.
remember that. And then
Yeah.
after that, are you gonna be taking some time off?
Just like a short maternity break, so I'll be back in November.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know
So
whether it's a boy or girl yet?
yes, I'm having a son.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the best dressed, best spoken, best, highest achieving boy around. Trust me
Oh,
on that.
yep. Pray to God for that. Yeah, definitely.
Renuka, thanks so much.
Most welcome. Yeah, happy to be here.
All right, hope you enjoyed that little discussion that we had with Renuka about personal branding. What new thing did you learn? Did we miss anything that you'd like to know? Well, let us know in the comments below here. And you know what? Thanks for watching. Always remember, don't be a dick.